All right, welcome to me beautiful table. I didn't build a map. I was goofing around with some things and some stuffs and whatnot, and I'm a big Paper Minis fan. I enjoy some things. I'm going to shoot over to the right monitor right out of the gate on this one here. This guy Dave Graffam Models at davesgames.net. There was a recent sale on Drive-Thru RPG, and I bought a bunch of his stuff for like 90 cents or something like that for $1. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I could get these into Tabletop Simulator in some kind of fashion. And so what I ended up doing, like I always do, is I just cut them apart. There's some of these buildings and stuff like that. You can just see I just cut the pieces from the PDF. You take the PDF and you export it as images. I think I got something going on here. Where's my recent files? Oh, it cannot open this document for some reason, but you can see the image. But there's crates and modules, corners and pillars, bunker kit, some figure flats. These are horror minis and whatnot. All right, well, screw that. So anyways, I took the items, cut them out in GIMP to be the shape that they were, and I'll show you the end result here. I go to my saved objects, and I think it's Dave Graffams Bombed House. You'll notice that it loads up all the pieces and stuff like that, does a weird thing and falls over. Don't ask me why, but it just does. It does stand upright when you're finished. You're all finished and done with it, and this is the end result. Right click on this, Control A. Let's get rid of the name so you don't have to look at it. But all I did was just cut out each individual piece, stick them together so they kind of fit. You can sort of see the edge right up in there, but I just made them fit as close as I could, and then I used the combine tool to attach them. So this is kind of a cool looking bomb building. The other one I think is the very last one, which is a war-torn building. Again, it builds in a similar way, and looks like this. This is just a bunch of images that are cut out and pieced together to create this sort of war-torn building. The cool part is it scales, so you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. And there's the couple of things that you should note is that because of the way that I've imported it, right click. I'm just going to do a thing here, copy image address. So if I go over to my table and I go to objects, search for token. We're going to put the URL in here for the top one and hit import. And here you go. So this is just one of the walls, right? You can right click on this, hit custom and hit stand up. So if it's a vertical wall, it will auto stand up. I didn't increase the thickness too much. It doesn't look too bad, but one of the downfalls is that the outside wall looks the same as the inside wall because all it does is just pull the image through. But that doesn't stop it from making a cool ass looking building. So if there was a door to enter the building on the outside, it would put the door to enter the building on the inside. It interacts with miniatures, my paper miniatures, really well. Scoot down to some of the latest one. Here's what we got here. We got this guy. Let's rescale this guy down to about 2. He still is a little bit big, so let's make the building a bit bigger. Move it over here. And lock this in place. Take my little miniature guy, and boom. Sits up there. Oh, look, he's fallen over a little bit like a drunkard. Move him up to the top. Put him down on the bottom. And I think once they go into the bottom level... Oh, it's a little bit goofy, because sometimes TTS does this, but let's move him out here. I'm going to pick him up, and then once he's inside, you can scooch him into the back. He just, if he's too far out, it'll bump up and place it on top of this piece instead of putting it inside of here. So it actually kind of works pretty good. You could pick him up and move him around with a little bit of goofing around. Mostly what I do anyway is I just lock them in place, but yeah, they turned out actually pretty good. Lock this so it doesn't highlight white. You can right click, lock that so that the floor comes through. But yeah, you can see right through them. Decent buildings. Great for, I'm thinking I'm going to use something like this one for like a superheroes adventure or something like that. I have a little sniper kind of a deal, build my city. But that's it for this video. Well, that's it for this part of the video. I got questions because I don't really know how to work Blender or do any of that kind of stuff. So what I'm interested in knowing is if I shoot over to my right monitor, you can see the cutout pieces. If you were to take, where's my images? This is what they look like when they come out. There has to be a way, and somebody probably knows how to do this, but I don't, where you could take an image like this, cut it out, put the image in Blender, and then just cut out these sections along here and fold them at 45s or 90s. Yeah, fold them at 90s so that it would wrap around into a box, and then you could put the floor on and put the roof on and stuff. And so when it's all said and done, you have like a complete building, and then you could just import the object. One of the other cool things about this map, or these things inside of TTS, is if there's an explosion, I'm pretty sure you could just hit the combine where it says attached, and you can choose, say, something like this one here, and just shoot it off into the distance. Let's see if this whole thing blows up on me. Oh, it didn't. Can I delete that piece? Yeah. With combine, you can literally just sort of grab walls or grab floors, and you could say, oh yeah, this piece kind of you got hit with a grenade, and this piece here just flew out from underneath you. The floor is toast, and you can sort of pull it away. But you could also imagine doing this with a roof. So if this building had a roof on it, and some of these models that Dave has on his site, they will have not only roofs, but they'll have interiors, tops and bottoms and stuff like that. So it'd be an easy way for you to make like a multi-level model of a house or a building or something like that. Unfortunately, I can't share any of these with anybody because it is intellectually protected, copyrighted material stuff. But yeah, if somebody knows how to do something like that. The other idea or thing that I was looking at, back to the right monitor, was this picture here. This is just a crate. So there's got to be a way to import this into Blender and be able to cut out each section into squares and combine this into a square box like it's supposed to be, and keep the images. But I have no idea how to do it. So if you know how to do it, or you could point me in the direction of a video, that would be damn sweet. Until then, yeah, it's just an idea if you want to goof around and play with some of this stuff. Dave Graffams got some cool-ass models and whatnot, and you can import them into game in like single little walls and stuff, and just line them up and combine them together. Build your own little war-torn buildings. All right, cool. Peace out, everybody.